One of the most important traits about myself, I would have to say, is that I'm a natural born leader. Growing up, I played both football and baseball. In baseball, I played the position of shortstop, which is identified as the captain of the infield. And in football, I played quarterback, which is obviously the captain of either the offense or the whole team. Also, I was the senior class president. All three of those positions just need tremendous amounts of leadership, and I was just naturally born to lead in each and every one of those positions. Three of my strengths, I would have to include my hard, consistent work ethic, my time management skills, and my communication skills. When it comes to work ethic, there was one point where when I was younger, I tried out for a team that was slightly above my age range, and I feel like I performed very well, and they turned me down because I wasn't the same age as the other kids trying out, and they wanted me to continue to develop. I was completely torn, and ever since that moment, I worked hard, continued to grind, and do the amount of work I needed to do to reach my goal, which was to obtain a college baseball scholarship at the University of North Florida. When it comes to time management, playing baseball in college is extremely difficult to manage and balance both your athletics and academics. And my GPA is slightly above 3.6, and I've showed tremendous success on the baseball field as well. So I have effectively balanced both my time and my work to the point where I can be successful. And also my communication skills. When it comes to season time, baseball is a spring sport. I have had to practice effective communication with my professors, letting them know 48 hours beforehand that I will be missing a class, a quiz, a test, an assignment due to a baseball game. So I have plenty of time to make up the work and still keep up my grades. One weakness I would say that I would have is that I grew up an introvert, and I broke that shell a long time ago, but there are still some instances to where I just need a little push to meet a certain requirement or come out of a comfort zone when it comes to communicating with or about something I'm not fully aware of. And a team player, absolutely, like I just talked about, playing sports, both football and baseball throughout high school, playing baseball in college. And another example I could give you is I was in an engineering program known as EMIT at Forest High School where I attended. And every semester we had to do a TLA, which is a thematic learning activity. And you were randomly assigned group members to complete the certain project that was assigned. This semester was trying to get rid of pollution in major waterways all around the world. And since you can't really bond with people you don't know as well that don't have the same interests, it is very difficult to establish a connection with your team members. And so using my natural born leadership, I was able to guide our teammates in a way of making an itinerary or dividing tasks so we could get the highest grade possible, have the most fun doing the project, and understand what the pollution really comes down to in those waterways. A situation where I had to quickly adjust to changes, I think that's pretty easy for everyone to answer right now, and just dealing with this pandemic of the coronavirus right now, playing baseball in college, your life is going 100 miles an hour. It's just nonstop. It's basically a job, the amount of time you have to spend doing workouts, study hall, games, practice, and classes. And it's really difficult to maintain a successful strategy with all of these busy activities you have to do. And now that I'm back home with my family, under parental supervision, not much is going on because of the countrywide quarantine. I've had to still keep my simple strategies of focusing on blocking off certain parts of the day. This part of the day is for baseball. This part of the day is for working out. This part of the day is for schoolwork. This part of the day is for family time. This part of the day is when I need to eat, so on and so forth. And just adjusting to this quarantine has been difficult for me, like I said, because of my life speed drastically changing from so many things going on during the day to now making your own schedule. The best supervisor I would have to say that I work best for would be a coach type of supervisor, I guess you could say, because coaches can help you guide your way to success or to what you want to achieve or to reach your goals, and they kind of help you lay out what you need to do and make it more of a clear picture of the activities or objectives you need to complete to be successful. And an example, I've had to work with a difficult person, actually multiple people. So since playing sports in high school and being lucky enough to move on to play in college, I didn't really have time to have a job throughout high school. And so I had a lot of temporary camps or seasonal jobs, something like that. And the job I worked, my first ever job that paid me was a baseball camp at the College of Central Florida. And since I was the youngest one and didn't have much say, and it was my first time ever working it, they paired me with the 5, 6, and 7-year-olds. And I have a younger sister that just turned 11, so growing up I had to help babysit her. So I had a really good idea of how I needed to manage these kids. But they were very difficult because I had a group of 8 to 9 kids that were all over the place. And what I had to do is I had to ask for help from both my parents and the head coach that ran the camp, just so I could get some insight of what they thought, and I could apply my strategy to them and also add a few key characteristics that they told me I should apply as well. And so these difficult children, yes, everyone understands that kids are hard to take care of, hard to keep track of, but I was still able to allow these kids to have fun playing the game of baseball, showing them a few things they can learn along the way. And just having fun is really the ultimate goal of this camp. And it really wasn't about the money. It was about having the opportunity to help these kids to brighten their future and just have times away from their families so they can go back and tell them how great of a camp counselor they had or how much fun they had or something like that.